The internet is 30 years old in 2019, and within that time, it has connected countries, businesses, people, and become the basis of modern-day civilization. One of the most insightful reports about the internet is the annual Mary Meeker's Internet Trends Report, which provides a comprehensive outlook on the internet of today. Remember this sound? This is how we connected to the internet every time. And then it used to look like this, or this. And not a lot of people had access to it. Today though, 3.8 billion people have access to the internet. That's almost half of the world's population. Compared to 9 years ago, this number is highly impressive. But in 2019, the growth of new users is slowing down. Despite the slow growth, people rely on the internet in every corner of the world. China has the most amount of internet users, followed by India and then the US. However, unlike the US, China and India still has a large population with no access to the internet, and this is where the next largest growth is likely to happen. But this is only half of the story. Despite the US only having 8% of all internet users around the world, it is home to 18 out of the 30 top internet companies. The internet today is much more than just companies and users. It has transformed the way the world works. One of the most noticeable impacts of the internet is profoundly changing the shopping experience. Compared to the growth of physical retail shopping, e-commerce is exploding. This is also supported by a growing online advertising industry, which reached an important milestone this year. In 2019, spending on digital media surpassed spending on traditional media. Being a core area of expertise at Surge, we truly believe this is a clear sign that online advertising is here to stay. Globally, Google and Facebook remain in the lead for advertising revenues, but other companies such as Amazon, Twitter, Pinterest, and Snapchat as a collective are growing at a faster rate. This growth in advertising is largely driven by the expanding pool of options available to companies, such as better targeting, new creatives, commerce, and high-relevancy ads. Alongside this growth in advertising, free trials and tiers have emerged as the most effective way of acquiring new customers. Companies such as Spotify have enjoyed great success, reporting that 60% of their premium subscribers arrive from freemium accounts. Recommendations by customers have also led users to make more purchases. For example, in e-commerce, the top reason why people try out new subscription boxes is because of recommendations. Despite the growth, there are many opportunities yet to be explored by the advertising industry. According to Nielsen, 88% of people use a second digital device while watching their television. They also look up content related to what they're watching and also interact with friends or family at the same time. These multi-platform data could be used to deliver a better ad experience for users in the future. With strong investment and innovation, people are now using digital media more than ever. If we take a look at where people spend most amount of time on the internet, Facebook remains the leading platform, but both Instagram and YouTube show a much faster growth in terms of usage. As we consume more content, video time alone has doubled in the last 5 years. Short-form videos such as stories have also doubled within a year, bringing the daily active users on platforms like Facebook to 1.5 billion. That's 78 times the number of people watching the Game of Thrones finale, but every single day. Alongside the growth of video, voice-led services are also rising in popularity. Podcasts now attract 70 million monthly active users, while products like Amazon Echo have doubled in growth within 1 year to 47 million bases. People using wearables have also doubled in the last 4 years, rising to 52 million users. If we look closely at social platforms, we can see that some clear patterns are emerging. This is the evolution towards images, videos, and commerce. One of the best examples is Twitter, which started off as a text-only platform, but today, over 50% of all its content are images, videos, and other forms of media. Instagram evolved from being a platform for images to adding commerce, with the same trend followed by platforms like Pinterest. There is also a high growth in real-time edited images and videos. Snapchat is a perfect example, with their lens views growing at a rapid pace. One of the biggest rising trends of the internet has been the emergence of the interactive gaming industry, with over 2.4 billion players. Games such as Fortnite have seen over 250 million users across 7 platforms, showing how fast this segment is actually growing. As the gaming industry grew, there were growing opportunity for tools which enabled gamers to interact. This opportunity gave birth to platforms such as Twitch, a live streaming tool, and Discord, a text and talk tool. Alongside its growth, the gaming industry has also become a financial success. This is mainly due to the freemium business model. A freemium business model means that the basic product or service is entirely free, but users pay for additional features. This is the secret behind the growth of companies such as Nextzone, Hearthstone, Zynga, and Rovio. The very same model is being used at enterprise consumer level by products such as Google's G Suite and Canva. However, a look at their revenues and uses suggests that this is just the start of their growth. Why the freemium model has been so successful is because of two main pillars. That is a vast cloud infrastructure and the rise of efficient digital transactions. In the cloud services industry, Amazon has been the clear leader, with Microsoft and Google not too far behind. Between the three of them, they share a revenue growth of 58%. Digital transactions, in addition to being an enabler of the freemium business model, have also risen in percentage and reached a point where 59% of the day-to-day transactions are done digitally. It's only a matter of time before all of our transactions will be digitized. As more people come online, large amounts of data is being generated, collected, and analyzed. According to industry experts, the focus on data is similar to the attention apps first generated when they became popular. Data helps companies make better decisions. It helps reach customers more effectively, improve communication, and optimize transaction management. However, the use of data is not limited to just applications like these. For example, here at Surge, we use data to understand market insights and help drive consumer behavior. Data has also made tremendous benefits available to consumers. Access to better financial planning tools, ability to get personalized advice, and better content recommendations are just some of these. While the growth of the internet has brought many positive effects, there are substantial challenges. With data playing such a key role, there are concerns around privacy and potential abuse, with several high-profile data breaches happening over the last couple of years. This has led to policies such as GDPR, a set of regulations focused on how companies can collect and handle user data. Combined with a more privacy-focused approach from platforms such as iOS, this could have drastic effects on the future of the advertising industry. There is also an effort by companies such as Facebook and Google, as they too now offer users more tools to manage their privacy better. Companies aren't the only ones responding to privacy concerns. Users are increasingly turning towards encrypted messaging apps such as WhatsApp, iMessage, and Telegram to protect their privacy. Another growing challenge has been the rise of misinformation and problematic content. This has forced internet platforms such as Facebook and YouTube to dedicate more resources towards accountability and fact-checking. There is also a growing concern that a high usage of social media could lead to negative effects. With various tools such as Screen Time by Apple, Google Digital Wellbeing, and metrics such as your time on Facebook being introduced, this has resulted in social media usage decelerating among users. The internet has evolved to a foundational aspect of the modern era, trusted by consumers, businesses, and even governments. The reliance means any form of exploitation could be worth millions of dollars or lead to catastrophic social, economic, and political events. Attacks have been launched for various purposes such as extortion, to disrupt data providers, and attacks against states, resulting in many sensitive records being exposed, with the number being as high as 447 million as of 2018. Despite the challenges surrounding data, privacy, and security, the growth of the internet has led to many positive developments. Today, the rise of on-demand platforms with growing consumers and workers have enabled entirely new forms of economies. The availability of online collaboration tools such as Slack, Google Sheets, Airtable, and Help Scout have helped more people work remotely. The growth in remote work has enabled people to enjoy a host of benefits, the top one being flexible working hours. In addition to changing working patterns, the education sector is being transformed by the internet. Cost of traditional education has continued to rise over the years, forcing students to look for alternative solutions. With this shift in student preferences, world-renowned institutions now provide an ever-increasing number of online courses through platforms such as Coursera. The internet has been a platform where diversity and openness have prospered and given rise to the hopes and dreams of a whole generation. In fact, over 60% of the top valued internet companies are founded by first or second generation immigrants. The internet of 2019 is thriving and gearing itself with new challenges and more opportunities for everyone than ever before. In this ever-changing digital world, you need the right strategy and the expertise to succeed. We at Surge help discover these insights through marketing, data, and technology, so businesses like yours can guess less and grow more. Visit surge.global to start working on your digital strategy today.